Hey, what's up? Jason here from Unity3D.College. Earlier today I sent out an email about specialization, and I thought it was interesting enough that I just record a video on it, and I have a Visual Studio update running in the background, so it's perfect time for a non-code video. So anyway, the email was about code specialization, but I kind of started off with a simple story about my wife who's really into fitness and working out, and now into American Ninja Warrior, which is like a competition show where they compete on an obstacle course, try not to fall in the water, and then tell a bunch of sob stories. And they do some crazy athletic stuff that I certainly couldn't do, but she's trying to do. So I've got her signed up to try out the courses and stuff, and I was looking for a place where she could go and do some training and like practice on the types of things that they have at the actual courses. And when I was searching through there, I found a bunch of results, but the ones that really stuck out in my head were the ones that were like Ninja Camp or Ninja Range, like that focused and specialized really specifically on the thing that she wanted to do, right? There were other ones that do CrossFit and all kinds of like military workout ones and different stuff like that, but they're not specialized in what she wanted. And when I was going through that list, I found myself just kind of diving right to the ones that really fit, right? And I think it kind of holds true for just about anything. When you're looking for something specific and you have a bunch of options, the default option, at least for most people, is going to go to the specialized one. Like, did these people only do the one thing that I care about? Then they're probably better at that one thing than these people that do a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And I was thinking about it because it really applies to programming or just game development or development in general, right? You have people who don't really specialize in anything and know a little bit of everything, basically just generalist programmers. And that's probably where most of us are. And then there are also a lot of people who specialize, though. You know, like I've got quite a few friends who specialize really heavily in graphics programming. So you can see here I actually put up a quick survey in the email. I'll link it down below too, so you can fill it out and see the updated results if you're interested. But like, I've got friends who specialize specifically in graphics stuff. I've got other friends who only do gameplay stuff, don't do graphics at all. Some who love project and code architecture, and this is kind of where I lean nowadays. I really like to do the higher level, big concept stuff and stub out everything and then share work on the implementation parts, but really get a good structure going. But then there are also like I know guys who only ever work in mobile. They never do anything else. They don't do VR, they don't do AR, they don't do consoles, they don't do desktop stuff, just mobile. And if I want to do a mobile app, those are the guys that I talk to, right? Like, those are the people that I reach out to. And the same thing kind of holds true when we're hiring people, right? So if I'm looking to hire a developer, it could be for a game project or a non-game project or whatever it is, I'm going to hire the person who kind of best fits what we really need, like the core one thing that we need. Everybody hires, saying that they need you to know 100 things. Job descriptions are ridiculous with a giant list of shit that you're never going to need to know, never actually going to use. But there's usually one important thing that's actually on that list, and it's the one thing that people really care about and where they're lacking. And if you specialize in that one thing, you know what that one thing is, then you will stand out. Like, if I need somebody to do shader work, I got a team that doesn't have anybody that really specializes in shaders or just graphics work in general. I'm going to go for the guys who, feature and highlight their graphics work and specialize in graphics programming stuff. And the same holds true for just about any other type of specialization, right? So I think it makes a big difference when you're applying for a job, when you're looking for a contract, and then just kind of in your general everyday life. Like, specializing in something not only makes everything else a little bit easier, but it's a lot of fun, I think, because you really get to dive deep into a specific subject and know that thing really well, better than most other people. And you can't do that for everything, totally impossible, but you can pick something and just kind of dive in. So before I end this, I just kind of want to look up. Looks like we're up to 22 responses. I think it was at 18 or something when I started recording. Let's see what they're at now. I'm just kind of curious to to get a look. So if we go to the summary, so far it seems like gameplay programming is right at the top, tied with architecture and VR. Not a big surprise. Project architecture, like I said, probably the most fun thing for me now. I think gameplay programming, when you first start, is by far the most interesting. At least it was for me. I know some people really get into the graphic side of stuff when they start out. Just different mindset and a different specialization. But gameplay stuff is always a blast. And VR, like I said, been working on that a lot recently and kind of scaling back and moving over to this. That's an interesting flashy bug. This project code architecture type stuff. So if you if you have thoughts on this, or just want to fill in your answer to the survey on what kind of stuff you're interested in, there's a link below, and don't forget you can drop a comment or questions below and I'll try to answer them. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, share with your friends if you find it helpful.